Okay, I'm starting on my next motor project, and it's going to be two Kerzels. Two Kerzels, and right now I'm working on the base, and I've got all the parts all squared up over here, or a lot of the parts. And what I'm going to do is I figured out the chordal height of this radius cut. I'm not going to make it a full radius. I'm going to go in with a 3/4 ball nose end mill, and I got to hold the depth of around 211 thousandths for clearance for the crank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a 1/4 inch deep, and I'm going to use a ball nose end mill, and then I'm going to feed over. I'm going to scribe this breakout line on each side of the block, and then I'm just going to creep over to it and get over to that one, and I'm going to call that good. So what I need to do is get over 250, and then it's 287, so it'd be 537 thousandths from that edge over from the scribe line. I'll scribe a line over, and actually I went 250 already, and I'm gonna go back in there with a 1/4 inch ball end mill too, and radius that. So basically all I need to do is make a 287 mark on here. I'm just going to use my calipers, and I've got carbide jaws on this, and that was the reason that I bought this calipers, is because I kept wearing them out by scribe and stuff, and then plus checking end mills, and I got tired of buying new calipers, so I bought one with carbide. They're carbide jaws, and they work pretty good for just scribing. Work good for measuring too. So I'm just gonna scribe some lines on here, and then I'm gonna round up a 3/4 inch ball end mill, and I want to go 250 deep. I'll just touch off and go down that distance. So I hope I have a 1/4 inch ball nose. Let's take a look here. That'd be an end mill that I don't use very often. So one might be stuck away somewhere. Should have rounded it up before I. Go over here and dig in the grooves over here. Alright, look in my toolbox. Running out of places to look. Not seeing any. I may have to cut away here and do some hunting. I'm sure I have one somewhere. I'm going to cut away and see if I can round it up. Well, I couldn't find the 3/4. Apparently I laid it somewhere where I don't know where I laid it. I did find a 5/8, so I'll either have to grind one up or buy one. More than likely I'll just grind one up. I'll hand grind one. This is a 5/8. That'll work. That'll work just fine anyway. So if I take this 1/2 inch out of here. Call it in. Okay. Yep. Just wanted it so it's not a square corner down in there, so this will work just fine anyway. And what I'll do is I'll just come over here and touch with that quill, rock it, and I'll come up. I'm gonna come up 200. I'm gonna go 225. It calculates, the chordal height of that calculates to 211, so in case anybody out there is building one and wants to do basically the same. So we're setting at 225 instead. Got my coolant here. He's gonna be a squealer at that RPM. I don't want to go that fast. Slow down a little bit. I'll drop one pulley here. I got step pulleys. I don't have a variable speed, so I do on my if I went over on my NC, but I'm not going to go on my NC. That's better. And we'll just go down here and then move over to the scribe line and zero my readout. I do love this readout. Nothing wrong with it. It's a cheapie, but boy, I'll tell you, it works just fine. And I had forgotten how handy a readout was. I mean, I'm using the dials all the time. I mean, I use the dials a lot at work too, but most of the time it was with the readout. Right. And I can see my scribe line in there. So I'm just going to bump up to it. I'm going to bump up to my scribe line. That's pretty close to it right there. I'm going to lock my Y. I'm going to ride the brake on the X, and we're going to cruise on over. Brush this off. Oh, knock the light down. And one of these days I'm going to put stronger magnets in that, or a little bit bigger magnets. When, I don't know. It's one of those, yeah, when you got time. When I get time. And all I did was turned it. So now I can go right up the scribe. I should be able to go right up the scribe line on this side. I don't know if I even really need the coolant to heat. It looks like it's going into chips, so which is good. My hoglet still sits over there. Hoglet, I keep calling it. It's a mini, my mini hog. It's not a hoglet. It doesn't even look like a hoglet. But it sits over there. I keep messing with the jets, the needles the carburation on it, and I don't know, it does seem like it's running better and better all the time. So I pretty much play with it almost every day, so you know how it is with new toy. Can't leave it alone. I ordered some nickel. I'm going to try to do some electroplating. So when I get that, I'll... And you know, after I looked on the web for and ordered nickel plating material, I could have just went and got some nickel welding rod that's 99%. Well, oh well. I'll just wait for the material to come down instead. Alright, now I just want to go back and forth on the bottom there and zoom the Y out so I know where I'm at. Just taking, what do you call it? Smoothing out the bottom. Alright. How's this other one? Yeah, we'll do the same thing on that one too. Yeah, that don't look too bad. I could go in there with a radius flat end mill, but I'm thinking that looks fine. And like I say, we'll do the same thing with this one. That should do it. Now, what I want to do is grab a 3/8 ball nose and come in here and radius this, just blending into that wall. I'm going to take this down a little bit more. I left my blocks heavy because I wanted it to set up a little higher, so rather than mill it down to the 600, I think so overall. I think this is at 900. It's 300 thou over, which is fine. It's not going to hurt nothing. Just going to make the base a little heavier is all. So I'm going to put that in there and get a 3/8 ball and put in there. think I know where 3/8 is at. And a 5/16. Here we go. I got a 3/8 ball right there. God darn it. When you're working in without the quilt down at all, you tend to knock that off of there a lot. I do anyway. I tend to knock it off of there. I like that light though. I do like it. But it is kind of a nuisance when you keep dropping it. And I think I'll kick the RPM back up. Okay, I'm gonna increase the RPM again. I'm not gonna go all the way up, just one pulley. Oh shoot. Just one step on this setup that it just drops it all the way to the bottom, and then you gotta fish it out. Okay. And I'm gonna come over here. And what I'm gonna do is come down here. And a little bit further. Oh, I'm gonna go quite a bit further. I'm gonna go like that. Maybe a little more. I'm just eyeballing it now. All right, we're gonna go to there. And what I'm gonna do is take a magic marker, grease pencil, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna, because I'm gonna adjust into that wall, and then notice how you're not really seeing anything. So I'm going to take that 3/8 end mill across there, and then I'm going to adjust it into that wall till it just takes the. So it just cleans up that wall. Right there, and I'm going to lock the Y. Should have went with a 1/2 inch ball. Oh well, this will work. And then I'll flip it around. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Got a little bit of an upcut here, but I'm going to put a chamfer on there yet too, and that'll take care of that. So. I'm making 2 engines, so in case you're wondering. Okay, I think I mentioned it. I'll make 2 of them. And I read on the message board there was a thread about do you follow the plans or to the T or to the letter or not. Well, guess what? I never do. I don't think I ever do. I've always got my own little take on things, just like this here. I made it higher, but you know, when I start with a set of plans, I take that as a guideline, not really, because if I wanna go to plans, you know, right down to the letter, then well, I could have just stayed at work then, and that's one of the things I didn't like about work, and one of the things I enjoy about doing it as a hobby. You got freedom of expression. You know, you express yourself however you want. And if people don't like that, well, so be it. I don't care. Because I do it, like I say, I do it the way I would like to see it. So, all right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, and I'm going to come along and put a chamfer on this edge yet. And I'm going to go chamfer right there and there yet. So we take the parallels out of there. And then we'll do the whole pattern. Get the chips out of the way. Get this cleaned up. Put that on here. Good. You know, I should hit that with a corner round. No, I'm going to do chamfer. See, that's what I mean. I don't follow. Sometimes I don't even follow my own guidelines. All right, I'll get a chamfer tool. And I'd like to have a 2-fluter, if I can find one. I could use a spot drill, I guess. Let's see if I can get a 3 spot drill. I'm just going to use a 3/8 spot drill to chamfer that. Now I know it's not going to be. This is not a 90-degree spot drill, so it's not going to be a 45. It's just going to be a chamfer. Okay, and I'm not going to lie. Move up there. And we're going to come down here. I'm just going to eyeball the full diameter so that it's up above. Good right there. should almost put a chamfer on top, but then the cylinder sits on here, and I don't think that would, well, you don't want it there, but it'd be nice to have it on the back side, or back behind it though. Yeah, it'll be alright. Yeah, I like that. I like it like that. Okay. We'll have to get out the stop and put a stop on there. We do the whole pattern here. And pick up the edges. Okay. I'm going to cut away and do some deburring.